We're back at the home page, and now we're ready to learn to add promos and events. But first, let's take a look at an example of the difference between the two. There's a good example on this web page. Let me scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see that some items have dates and some, or this one, does not. An item that has a date on it is created as an event. Events are created in the calendar function, and they appear and disappear on and off your website pages automatically. Promos are created simply as website pages, and they don't have automatic triggers. So you'll pin them to your website pages manually, and you can leave them up for as long as you need to. Now, promos are great if you have a summer reading program at the library or maybe a holiday toy drive, something that's not date sensitive. You could even use a promo as a website page to list a series of ACS classes. You can see that they're very versatile. So let's take a look at this page, their family and MWR publications, and see how they have used this. Now, ForBrag leaves this item up on their website pretty much year-round, and then they just change out the contents of the page. So at any given time, a visitor could go to this website page, this promo, and take a look at what's happening on post. The InMotion is a monthly magazine, or get a pocket guide and download it. So you can see how versatile promotions are, and we love promotions, and I'm going to show you how to create them right now. All right, so we're back at the welcome page, and in this case now we're going to click the button or the quick link, Add Promo. And that takes us to a panel that's going to look familiar to you because remember, we're just creating a website page. And so when this page loads, you'll notice that we're still in the Composer panel like we were before. Now, this is what we were looking at when we were looking at a Facilinian program page, but now we see Composer Promo. So we're creating a promo. All right, let me go to my little cheat sheet back behind here so I can click and paste some information. And the name of this promo that we're going to be working on is Boss Pet Sitting Services. So the Boss program, they've got a lot of people that will offer this service. And when we add the page name, it loads the URL automatically. So we created the page name, very good. Now we can add some full body content. Now promos are very easy to do. They're quick to do depending on how much content you've got, and I'm just going to do a very quick one. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my full body content in here. And you know how handy it is to be able to click bold to be able to kick off your paragraph. Looks good to me. All right, now let's get down to what's really important about this page too, is the category. Now, because promos have to be pinned to pages manually, you have to assign them permissions. Now, we're going to give this page, Boss Pet Sitting Services, permission to appear on a category page, or even multiple categories if you wanted to. Let me go up a little bit bigger so you can see what the choices are. These are all the categories that we have to be able to click. So this is a Boss Pet Sitting Services and Boss Program. So I'm going to click the Service Members page. And we could also click Specialty Services because in categories you can click multiples. Scrolling down, the overlay text is information that might go in the upper right in a gray block in the upper right area of the image. And in this case, I'm going to say, "We love pets." And what I know is from past experiences that this phrase should be a lot shorter for the image that I'm going to use. And I'll show you what we're talking about after the page is pinned onto a website. You'll see what I'm talking about. That long phrase is actually going to cut into a picture of the dog that I've got in a really uncomfortable way. The information "we" is going to cut into his eye. So be careful when you're creating your overlay text. You'll see that in a little bit. All right, the cost, we're going to say it's $20 per night. For in-home sitting, $15 per visit. All right, per visit. All right, you can see what a bad typist I am. All right, very good. Okay, there's no registration information that would make any sense here. Let me go down a little bit smaller on this page though, but what I want to show you about this page is that since there are fields where you can add your cost and your registration information, if you had added that information up in your body content, then it would be repeated on your website page. And so remember, the golden rule of website design is never, never repeat yourself. So we will not add the cost up in the full body content or the registration because there's always a field there for it. And you'll see how the cost is going to look when we publish the page. It's going to be nice and tidy. Web track registration, we don't need that, but we do want to add an image. So let's go ahead and choose File. Now, if there was already an image there, then we would click a button that would say Clear, but there is no image that we've chosen yet. So let's go ahead and choose File, and that's going to take us to the File Manager. All right, I don't see the picture that I want, so let me progress through a couple of pages because I believe it's on the third page that I've got in here. There it is. There's a picture of a dog. It's a happy, smiling dog that's going to make you smile too when you see it. And finally, down at the very bottom, then we come to the lowest part of the page where we can choose the facility or the program page that we're going to associate this promo with. So I'm going to choose a page from the sitemap. But before I do, let me just show you this. It is going to automatically pull the contact information, meaning the address and the telephone number, from the facility page as long as I have this checkbox clicked. If this was going to be an event that was going to be a community fair or a run that was going to be out near the parade field, and I wanted to add some unique information about that location, I could unclick that box and then type in information that would override the facility page information. All right, so you have some options there. In that case, we want to do it easy, and let's just go ahead and click that box again so you can see how it will load. And I'm going to choose a page for the facility or the program page. Now this will take you somewhere that looks familiar. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. There we go. And I'll click, this is the main sitemap. And I'll click, open up that folder. I will choose a facility program. And since we published the Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers page, you can see that it is loaded in the main sitemap. So I'll click it once and then it will load. You can see, so it's loaded itself. All right, now I have some choices where I can discard the draft, which I don't want to do. I could save and exit and then come back to continue working on it later. I could go directly into edit mode like we did the facility and program page before and add content blocks and tables and other images, other stuff. But in this case, I'm feeling pretty confident about it, so I'm just going to go ahead and publish the page. And let's take a look at what this promo looks like. All right, woo, that's big. All right, we'll go down. And that's our promo, right? So you can see that it has loaded the image, the heading is there, everything's good. You can see how if I had added the cost inside the body text that it would have been repeated. So always put things in the right places. And you can also see that the address has loaded automatically too. So you can see how quick it is, that it is going to be a quick and fun thing to be able to add promos to your website pages.